I got to see Sweet Dreams last night. It was an amazing movie. I wasn't expecting much of it. For you guys, why did you guys want to be a part of this?
Well, for me, I've been in and out of 12-step groups all my life since I was 17 years old. I just in January I still celebrated 2 years again, and when we were shooting the movie, I had under a year of sobriety, and I just, I believe that projects come to me for a reason, and this happened. I think Theo called me, and he's like, "Yo, Lige is doing an A movie or whatever," and then I called Lige, and then I instantly knew I wanted to do it. I think I said yes to it even before I read the script, and I showed up, and it felt like a lot of times in show business, you do things for yourself. Like, look at me. How do I look? I mean, but this one felt more like I was doing some sort of service. I mean, getting a message out there that was positive. So I just think that overall, after watching the movie especially, I was really proud of being a part of it.
How about you,
Yeah,
Gay?
I want to be a part of this because I had a personal connection with the movie and the message, which was recovery and addiction. So my parents were drug addicts and my uncles were alcoholics. So that's why I wanted to be a part of this. And I had personal problems with my bipolar disorder and anxiety. And then aside from the great cast, man, it's just the cast is amazing. Like I'll probably never get an opportunity to work with Bobby Lee or Johnny Knoxville and all these amazing people. So I had to do it, bro, for the culture of art and culture of being an actor. And I just want to challenge myself because I'm always known for being the cool guy that, just says cool things, but I want to be known
Yeah,
for,
you're not that cool, Gata.
damn, you're right.
Well,
Yeah, see, there you go. See, reminder. See, I'll never be able to get those opportunities.
definitely. But you guys both get to play, from each other, off of each other a lot throughout this movie. How did you guys build up that type of camaraderie to be able to be both very vulnerable and very funny with each other?
Well, I think that during lunch we would remember Gata. We used to order sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there was a lot of like I think instantly I just I felt like I knew everybody. I mean, I knew Mo, I knew Theo, I knew a couple of Shakewell, but I felt like the first time everyone met each other, it felt like we had known each other, like we were almost a part of a platoon and we were in Nam or something. It felt like extremely comfortable. What do you think, Ada?
No, I feel the same way, man. Especially like about you and Johnny Knoxville. I already feel like I knew Johnny Knoxville because I watched him growing up as a kid. And then your name was just always being mentioned because you worked with one of my co-stars on my show, Andrew Santino. So I feel like it was easy for us to mess because at the end of the day, the first thing we know, our first job is here is to entertain. So I think it was great, man. And I just love bugging Bobby Lee. I used to just go to his trailer and just ask him a million questions.
Uh, you know, this movie is set as a comedy, but there's a lot of very sensitive topics that you guys go into. How do you treat those topics in a very sensitive way and still, be able to have so much comedy, so much fun with it?
Well, when I was talking to Lige, during the process, I would go, we would talk about, does this feel real when it comes to especially the recovery, because I've been in and out of AA since I was 17 years old, so and that's how I kind of know these guys. So it's like I think first and foremost that was important, and then secondly, we played with the lines of how like how broad I could get, especially with my character because he's a weird dude. Tom Cruise. He's just a guy that's been living there for 7 years, and he's sort of like very, he's all about levity. You know what I mean? But so it was, but watching the final product, I just felt like the tone felt heartfelt. I was surprised at how heartfelt the movie was, and I thought that he got the tone right. What about you, Gata?
I feel like it was very realistic, and coming from my background of comedy and drama, I feel like that's something I specialize in. So it was easy for me to get serious, but it was very harder for these comedians, like I let my friend Lil Dicky see the movie and he said the best thing that Bobby Lee did was be emotional and funny as fuck and serious at the same time. And that's like damn near impossible to do.
Definitely. And you talked about the cast. Johnny Knoxville is a legend when it comes to these types of comedies. How was it being on set with him and so many other like amazing comedians.
Oh well, if you're asking me, yeah, you are. The shit was dope, bro. Like just knowing that I want to be great and I'm around people that are doing great things in the field that they in. It's basically like I was just a sponge out there, just soaking it all up. One thing I learned from Bobby Lee is like, yo, bro, like you don't have to think too much, it's just be yourself, like you can remove the filter where we live in a world full of filters and perception and this, that, and the third. Is just dope to see somebody in a rawest form. So it just makes me always want to be myself and not worried about the cancel culture.
Mhm.
Yeah, I also, watching Johnny, in this role, he really just hit it out of the park. I thought, there were times when we were shooting, and I kind of would say to him, I would look at him and go, "What the fuck, man? You're fucking killing it right now." I mean, I felt like he really was, he knew the character and he knew what he was supposed to portray because, he really did the work. I was really, in awe of what he was doing. I thought he was so good in the movie.
Well, I think both of you were amazing in this movie as well.
Thank
Congratulations
you.
on this, and thank you very much for your time.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate it.
you.